if you don't have space to practice, if it's rainy outside, if you're on vacation and you're kind of bored but you want to do something for your swing, get in front of a mirror. You can put this wherever you want. If you have a mirror with you, or if you can move a mirror, you can play with that. But if you move it outside or you put it on a hard surface, please make sure that it is up against a wall properly. Okay, because if this thing falls forward, you're going to have glass everywhere. I did it, and it's not fun trying to clean that up. So please make sure you set it up against something and maybe put something in front of it as well, especially if you're using it outside. Okay, wind will definitely knock it over. That's how mine happened all over my driveway, mirror, glass. But I've had nothing but good luck since then, so don't believe that myth. Okay, so here's how we're going to do it. We're going to set up the mirror to where we can see our feet, and I've chosen to use the kitchen floor because my stance is probably going to be 3 to 4 of these square feet. Okay, so then you've got to think about, okay, if my feet are taking up 3 or 4 feet, how much room do I need to take up with my bat? And that's how we're going to know whether or not we were on time or if we were late. You've also got to know which swing path that you're attempting to do. Okay, so if you're going to stay behind the ball and you're going to rotate around and hit the ball out in front, then your swing path is going to be opposite angle. So if the ball's coming in this way, your swing's going to go completely opposite the other way. If you have chosen to do more of a downward path, so maybe you're looking for more of a backspin line drive or a really hard ground ball through the infield, and you stay right here and you rotate downward and give yourself this swing path, you're probably not going to want to reach it out in front as far, because your downward swing path is going to require you to look downward on the ball. So that requires the ball to get a little closer to you, and that's where we're going to hit that kind of top middle half of that ball to create the backspin heading out. Okay, so let's get into it. Here's how we're going to set up the stance. Let's just call this the neutral stance. So if your batter's box is right here and the pitcher is that way, this way, and I'm setting up to rotate to an inside pitch or something that I'm going to pull to the left side. This is how I like to start my players. We like to open up our stance just a tad. Okay, so if this were that straight line of your batter's box, let's just think about opening up just a little bit and pointing both of your toes towards your contact point way out in front. Okay, so something way out there, which you can't really see. All right, so something way out there. There's my contact point. So my toes are going to be pointing this way. All right, and this is going to be important because I want you to think about it like an L shape, and an L shape is 90 degrees. So you've got this L shape, and we're going to point our upper body back this way. Toes this way, upper body back that way. And you're just going to hold this position and bend. If you can begin accepting rotation with your front foot, basically that means rolling your ankle over. So go ahead, instead of like picking your heel up right now, just set it down and roll your ankle. Lift up the inside part of your foot. Move your knee over towards the pitcher. Face it towards the pitcher and then roll it towards the third baseman. Okay, you'll notice what my back leg has to do as I'm trying to make that happen. It's starting to go in a circular motion. So now, after you practice this roll and you've got good bend in your legs, a good athletic stance, this motion is going to take place instead of this motion. We're going to, if you want to pick your foot up, great, but for right now, let's just keep it down and work on this being how we begin to rotate for this inside pitch. Your back foot needs to lift. Okay, we're going to lift that heel up, and if you can imagine like a rainbow going up and over. What's on the other side of the rainbow? The pot of gold, right? We're always trying to get to the pot of gold. Well, this is where your inside pitch swing is going to be money. You're going to try to get your foot up and begin to rotate the heel up and over the rainbow until your heel gets all the way to the other side of your foot, with the weight being buried right there into the little pinky toe. It's this part of your foot that's going to be holding your weight on this. If I can pull the lower half this way and twist my upper half back around and hold my position, I can start working on no movement with my head and only working with my feet. So again, your goal is to get all the way up, up, and over. And the farther your heel goes over on this side, the more your back knee is going to go underneath your front knee. The more that happens, the more your body can get underneath low pitches. Make sure to allow time to rest those muscles. I've been doing this for a very long time and I still get sore. Okay, at the end of the day, man, I've got to go and roll my feet on a ball and stretch my Achilles tendon and sometimes even ice. Yes, icing is good, you guys. Make sure to properly stretch and warm up your muscles, especially as it gets colder outside. You've got to take care of your body. It's extremely important. As you go through the rest of this week, make sure to remember, you already know how to hit. I'm just going to teach you all of the different ways to make the ball go where you want it to go. So as you go through your normal practices this week and you're taking in this welcome week information about creating balance and learning how to rotate and see the back of the ball, all of these things need to be understood prior to moving into next week's lessons. If you can understand that you're going to create centrifugal force and that wherever your shoulder, the back shoulder is pointing, is where you're going to whip your barrel to the ball. That's where the weight of your bat is going to be thrown. Okay, so if you're trying to hit the ball and you're staring right in front, the weight of your barrel is going to go here if your shoulder gets all the way to it. If your body stays in this position and you decide to swing without rotating, then your whip happens way back here, and then you're going way around the ball. Those are going to get you poolside hits that are on the ground. Like if you're right-handed batter, you're going to hit those on the ground at third base, probably off the handle. Or if you're left-handed batter, you're probably hitting it over to second and first off the handle. So let's work on getting the ball out in front. Make sure you're keeping your head behind the ball, leaving it there all the way through contact. Let's go through about 3 or 4 buckets of balls today, and let's make one of them on a tee. Set it on a tee and try to just hit the ball to the left side of the field over and over and over. Move the tee around. Play with some different stances that you're uncomfortable with, and understand that when you can hit from all sorts of different positions, your body is going to react so much quicker when it's game time. The more comfortable your body is in hitting from different positions, the more pitches are going to look good to you. And believe me, when you are intending to hit the ball, worrying about strikes and balls, it kind of fades away, because you're so ready to hit the ball where you want to that majority of the pitches that are thrown are hittable over there. And so you become more of an attacker of the ball, as opposed to making sure it's a strike before you swing. Strikes only matter if we don't swing. That's the only time the umpire's opinion actually matters behind the plate. And umpires are humans too. We all make mistakes, and we all have our own judgment on what a ball and a strike is. So don't worry about whether there's a ball or a strike. Just worry about hitting a ball that you can hit to the place you're trying to hit it to. All right. You see that? I hit myself in the eye. Let's try that again. All right, get out there, bang some balls, and just dig in.